Hey everyone, it's time for some new titles and bingo. So I know this is the first time that we've played together, so I'm just going to go over the rules. I'm starting to hear myself in the background, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it. Please let me know if you can hear me because there is a bit of a delay, so I see myself first and I almost forgot. So I just wanted to say hi and make sure that everyone sees me. Okay, looks like it's working. Perfect. So let's talk about how bingo is going to work. My world is someone calling. Hello. I am getting my stuff ready for tomorrow. What are you doing? Why would you be panicked? I haven't left to the house. Okay. I am back. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure it's working on everyone's devices. Okay, so bingo. I sent you over that text that had the bingo sheet, so you get to pick 5 books on there. Pick 5 that you would like to have at your house, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw numbers, and I have the books with the corresponding numbers all laid out over here and ready for me. So I'm going to draw my numbers from my little number jar here. And then you just mark off the numbers as you go. So use the chat over here and let me know when you have a bingo. So like I said, it has a little bit of a lag here. So you have to let me know, shout it out when you do have the bingo. Okay, I think I have it set up so I can see everything. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to pick number 7. Dinosaur Timeline. This is a fold-out book. I can take my number off. Check it off here. All right, it's a fold-out Dinosaur Timeline book. So anyone with a dinosaur lover is going to love this. It says, discover the amazing age of the dinosaurs as you fold out the superbly illustrated scene. Then turn it over to find out when dinosaurs lived and other fascinating facts. So, starts out pretty small. Guys, this thing is giant. Whoa. My arms are literally all the way out. So, it's going to go through super detailed, lots of information on here. Jurassic, early Jurassic, mid-Jurassic, late Jurassic. And then on the opposite side, we're going to talk about a little bit more specific in each area. So, really cool. My boys are super excited about this one. Next one, number 20. My year of art. So there's another book, My Year, more of like a journal book. So this is kind of like an art journal. So there's 365 little art ideas. Not all of them are like projects. It's just something you can kind of fill in right here. Create a sculpture by piling a few different objects on top of each other. Use small, sturdy objects Nothing too fragile in case they topple over. When you're satisfied with your sculpture, sketch it in pencil here. So, super cute. A bunch of different ideas. Fill this fishbowl with something unexpected. It's just one little idea per day. So, I mean, you could use this and do multiple things a day. But little ideas for each day. Pretty neat. $9.99. Okay, number 12, architecture scribble book. So these scribble books are super cool. There's a whole bunch of other ones. We have inventions, math, technology, engineer, ages for like 8+. So it has this cool little rubber band type thing that you can use as a bookmark if you want. But it's just going to really have them go through and think like an architect. As you scribble your way through this jam-packed activity book, it's full of buildings to design, models to build, landscapes to create, and much more. Let's see inside. Think like an architect. You're going to encourage your kids to think, draw, and design like an architect. Develop, design, and paper models even to build and test out. So super colorful for our older kiddos. Like I said, 8+ on these ones. If you've got someone interested in certain types of stuff, these are really fun. Even my 7-year-old got this out and he was really intently looking into it for a good probably 20 minutes. Good Night, Chameleon, another storybook. This one can be for even our littlest, but any toddler. My 5-year-old likes this book too. We love picture books. So this one is similar to Good Night Owl, if you already have that one. Join Chameleon as he plays one last game of hide and seek before bedtime and learns all about colors. Lift the felt flaps to reveal colorful bugs, frogs, and more. So different than our other Lift the Flap books, these are felt flaps. They're big. They're going to be super, super sturdy. So huge felt flaps, easy for our little tiny fingers and sturdy for our little tiny fingers. So you're going to go through and Chameleon's going to be playing hide and seek and learn some colors. Who's hiding behind the leaf? So learning colors, cute nighttime book, but sturdy. Lift the flaps on that one. Alrighty, time for a chapter book. This is a brand new chapter book series called Kenzi Max. It's about twin brother and sisters, Kenzi and Max, whose lives are turned upside down when they are whisked off to London and discover their parents are missing. So what ends up happening is they create this spy group and they work through codes and mysteries and all the different things to figure out. Oh my gosh, I forgot to pause. Okay. Figure out how to save their parents and find them. So 4 books in this chapter book series, lots of words, but really, really neat, interesting, keeping those older kids engaged. We've got 314 pages, but if you can see there's codes here like at the very end. So super exciting, big, thick chapter book. I'm pretty sure the recommendation is 9 or above on that one. Let's go to number 1, The the amazing discoveries of 100 brilliant scientists. So if you've got a fact lover in your house, or you're going to use this maybe for school or as a supplemental reading at home, it has the really cool flex binding to it. So it's not a hardback cover, but it's not a paperback cover. It's super sturdy and thick. It's got the shiny pages on it. Again, not paper pages. But it's colorful, has bite-sized information. It's going to go through how some small birds changed the history of science. Voyage of discovery, from finches to pigeons, pigeons to finches, origins of species, digging up new ideas about life on Earth. So paleontologists, how sea urchins changed the way biologists work. From a glowing wire to a light bulb moment. So we're going to talk about Thomas Edison. But again, these are small bite-sized pieces of information. So it's not like a textbook where it's just going to be chapters and biographies. So it's more of pictures used to talk about different scientists and what they discovered and why they're important and what we use them for. Super neat. Okay. Another picture book. If I haven't told you already, we are huge fans of picture books. This is called Draw Me a Story. I learned about this one in convention, so it's kind of a play on some really common and popular fairy tales. So what it is about Anna right here. So she has all these fairy tale books, and Anna loved reading. Fairy tales were her favorite, but one night the fairy tales told a different story. So it's going to talk about how when Anna was little, she loved stories, all kinds of stories, but fairy tales were her favorite. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Red Riding Hood. Suddenly, a voice cried out, "Yoo-hoo! Hello! I've just about had it." Anna looked around. "Right here," said the voice. Little Red Riding Hood was staring right at her. "Yes, it's me. I've had it up to here. Every time you read this story, I end up in the wolf's belly." Anna thought for a moment. Maybe. She grabbed her felt pens and changed her story. So it talks about how she changes some of the storylines of some popular fairy tales. So really, really cute. Play on fairy tale stories. It is a winner picture book. All right, here's an addition to a popular series that we have already, the Peek Inside series. So the Peek Inside books are a level up from our Little Lift and Looks. It's a sturdy hardback cover. They've got the big, thick, sturdy big, thick pages. But these Lift the Flaps are going to be a little bit smaller. They're still really sturdy flaps, but just takes a little bit more dexterity to open these. The ages on these are 2 and maybe 2 to 3. But it's just jammed packed with really neat information and awesome pictures, really good colors. So this one's going to talk about peek inside a beehive and kind of what happens in the beehive and what the bees bring to the beehive, how they work with the beehive. Again, tons and tons of flaps to open with lots of information. So these aren't super small flaps, but they're perfect for toddler through, again, all of my boys love these. So My 7-year-old loves the flaps and loves learning new information about animals. There's also Peek Inside Nighttime, Animal Homes, Zoo, lots and lots more. So good series and a really good addition to that series. All right, look inside Wild Weather. So this one is one of our most involved flap books. There's also See Inside, which is going to be for the oldest group, but look inside weather. From terrifying tornadoes to deadly droughts, lift the flaps to reveal all kinds of wild weather and find out why it happens. $14.99 for these, but they are jam-packed with amazing pictures. Really cool flaps to lift. This one. I mean, the flaps you can see before. Then check out that house after. It talks about where these kinds of weather happen and why that kind of weather happens. So, they're so interactive, so fun, so much information. We want all the flaps. We want all the nonfiction. I think I got it. I'm so excited. All right, I see bingo. Yay! All right, you get to pick out one of your favorites from those 5. All right, on to the next. Congratulations.